Welcome to another episode.
On the couch.
Live on location. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of On the Couch. I'm your host, Johnny Supla, and we're here with Danny Cardoso.
Hello, hello.
What's happening, DC?
What's up?
What's up? And we're here with Stefano. Let's not forget Stefano.
I'm here. I'm just hanging around.
Yeah, that's
Nobody knows who this guy looks like.
no,
They
but
got
you know
his voice.
how many people ask us who's the guy behind the mic? His name is
Stefano.
yeah.
Guys, do you pay me enough commission? I think that's what we got to talk about.
Commission. The commission's the ass kicking. Dun, 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 dun. Every time I hear the word commission, it reminds me of the Victory song from Puff Daddy. It's a great tune from Puff Daddy and the Family album, Victory. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh yeah, now it's
there
coming
you
to
go.
there. It is. Now you got the beat.
Dun,
Danny,
dun,
commissions. A lot of people say there's a lot of talk about commission.
People are scared of commission. And Danny, what is commission?
Commission is what you get paid for selling something,
Your services?
your services,
A product?
a product.
Yeah. Commission is numbers, right?
Yeah.
It's numbers. Commission is numbers, and a lot of people are afraid of commission, and that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the world that we're in, and I think not a lot of you know what I love this because a lot of people don't understand commission-based representatives. When you're in a commission-based role, like us, or you're a server, a hairdresser, right? Commission. Mechanics are commission.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Car salespeople are commission. Realtors, mortgage agents, any salesperson that's out there is either on a salary plus commission or 100% commission. And I find the mentality of us as salespeople on commission is different than those that are on strictly salary or an hourly waged individual. And not that one is better than the other, because that's not what we're saying.
Let's talk about right now. What are we doing? We have our 70 for 70 program going on.
Yeah.
And what is it sort of pushed from us? Think
So-
about your health and motivating yourself to succeed better.
So, for those that are listening, we have a 7x70 challenge that we have implemented with our team. And being on commission, I think this is what we're saying is, what does it take to be on commission? Before we do that, let's answer Stefano's question. We don't pay you, brother. No.
No, so listen.
Anybody who's in business for themselves is on commission.
Because I don't understand your what's 70 to 70 you said?
So when you're a commission-based person and you're in business for yourself, that's exactly what's happening. You're in business for you. Mm-hmm. Yes, you're offering a product or a service, but that's the byproduct of what you're doing. You're in business. And in order to be the best version of yourself, to get the best results when you're on commission, you have to be running on all cylinders. And what Danny and I talk about here is at your Nesta Financial is how do we get the best out of you? So we've created a challenge. It's called the 7x70 challenge, and it's begun at the beginning of this year. And basically, we're as a group, we're creating a culture in our office where we're all practicing the same morning routines. If you can hone in your craft and be the best version of yourself every single morning, be selfish, put time aside for you, wake up, do a 30 to 45 minute exercise. It doesn't have to be so vigorous where you're pumping weights. Even if you're going for an intentional walk, it has to be intentional, not just a stroll to walk your dog who wants to take a shit. It's got to be an intentional walk. Okay. Okay. But if it's intentional,
No, but so the reason why I brought up our 70 versus 70 challenge is because if you were on a salaried job, for instance,
you go through motions.
you might not push yourself to be
The best version.
the best version of you. And I find that in commission world, you do push yourself.
You have to push yourself.
Yeah.
If you
You
want
want to motivate yourself to get going, to make those extra calls, to
and the 7x70, we again, this is our first attempt at this, but I've done it in the past myself. And we know that in order to get the best version of yourself out of you, you have to follow vigorous routines. You have to, and those vigorous routines become habitual. And once you have habitual routines, you can add and you can stack more things to your daily that are no longer a task. They become part of your everyday life. So the walk is one thing. We incorporate the cold shower. Why do we do the cold shower? The cold shower is there not because it's healthy for you, it's good for your body. The whole idea,
It does help the recovery part that we, the stress that we put on ourselves.
yes, but the purpose of the cold shower in our context is that that's the hardest thing you're going to do all morning. And if you jump in the cold shower,
Is it hard?
It's extremely hard.
But I don't find it hard anymore. Crazy, we've been doing this for about 10 days. Take away the weekend because the weekend we want to be.
We give ourselves the civilian life.
We want to be human again.
But what about the people who don't like that instability? Commissions is it's a very volatile
Well,
situation.
we're going to talk about that because it is important to understand that because it's bulk, right? Commission is bulk. So I just want to finish the thought on the cold shower is the hardest thing you're going to do. So when you get out there in the prospecting time that you have allotted in your schedule, when you're prospecting and the rejections come in and the objections come up a part of it and you're facing adversity and you have to be tenacious and all these great things, the cold shower is to remind you that that's the hardest thing you've done all day. Nothing can overcome the thunderstorms, the snowstorms, the no answers on phone calls, the rejections and no's. It's like, man, that's nothing. That's water off a duck's back. I've already taken a cold shower. That was hard for some.
So it's been very cold recently.
It's extremely cold right now, especially today.
Buddy, I find going outside is a lot harder than taking that cold shower.
Yes.
Me personally.
So, yeah, it is. It's extremely cold right now, and I'm not a fan of wearing heavy coats and sweaters. So, here we are. But so to get back, like the 7x70 challenge is there, so we hold ourselves accountable. We have a daily tracker. We have daily polls that we're all a part of, and it's as a group we're making this culture to become one. And the reason being is because exactly what you just mentioned. Commission is bulk pay. It's not salary based. It's not hourly based. You're not trading time. You're not exactly trading time for money. It's not like, hey, I'm going to put in 40 hours and I get my paycheck at the end of the week. You're putting in sometimes 20 hours or you're putting in 80 hours.
Do you find that people that are on commission aren't as great with their finances opposed to people that are salaried or by hour?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Us being mortgage agents in the field, that we get to see the differences.
Yes and no. So for you at the beginning, okay, commission is, you have to understand how commission works. So there's an old saying that when I first got in commission, I've been on commission for 20 plus years. When I first got into the commission-based world, I didn't understand how to save. And how do you become a civilian, right, on a commission-based world? That's the scarcity that's out there. It's like, well, it's too inconsistent. I don't have the discipline or I don't have the means, right? Like I got bills to pay. So we say this all the time. If you're going to jump into the commission-based world, you have to ask the people around you for support. You need 5 months. It used to be 4 or 5 months. I'm going to say a little longer now because life's a little bit more expensive.
Sure.
So my grandmother taught me.
Especially in the mortgage industry. Like,
you need about 5-6 months. Yeah, because it's going to take
you spend 2 months just building your background.
Yeah, your digital anchors and everything else. And then you got to jump onto once you do get a deal, that deal can close 30, 60, 90 days later.
Yeah.
So you're not getting your pay, but the pay is going to be in bulk later. So what we say is, and this is my advice to anybody out there that isn't a commission-based or looking to become commission-based, you got to do the cookies and milk. You got to dunk your cookies and milk, go to work, come home, dunk your cookies and milk, go to work, come home, dunk your cookies and milk, go to bed. And you have to repeat that every day for 5-6 months.
But I think in the commission world, you got to set aside your commissions. It might be hard, especially at the beginning, but you need to learn to, you get paid.
Yep.
Put a bit of it aside because, 2022 can come around real quick.
2023.
Oh, 2023. 2023?
2023.
When COVID came around, no, at the end of COVID. Yeah, 2023 come around pretty quick. And all of a sudden, you went from a $60 million producer to a $30 million producer, you know, and now you've been cutting it in half and your spending is still like it was.
Yep.
You're going to put yourself into some serious debt real quick.
Yep.
So you still kind of avoided my question. I mean, fixed income, when they have that $3,000 mortgage and a whole whack load of bills, and they just don't want that instability of, I'm going to take a hit on my salary and get a commission-based job. Wouldn't they be better off getting a higher salary job, but then doing a side hustle?
Oh boy. I mean, you can't ask me this question because
our country sucks. Because all of our clients all have a side hustle. It's crazy. It's like I talk to you and, you know, tell me about your employment. I have this job and I'm making this much. And I'm like, I don't need you to tell me that you have a side hustle. My next question is, so what is your side hustle?
Yeah.
Because I know you're doing something else because everybody is.
you
And
have
it's
to.
crazy.
It's too expensive. But
So,
we
commission
live to
So-
work,
versus
which just
side hustle.
sucks.
What would you say, Danny?
so here's okay. Go ahead. Go, Danny.
So, I mean, listen, for stability reasons, yes, it's nice to know that, you know, at the end of the week, I go to work, I get paid. I'm salary, I go to work, I get paid.
See,
It's great. But the problem is, that is it,
That's right. That's
right?
No more.
So, do I want to make 100 salary or do I want to make 200, 250, 350? And the possibilities in commission can get you there. But yes, you know, things like we do our 70 by 70s challenge to motivate you to get you in the mood to, you know, go after higher commissions.
First and foremost, like, commission-based jobs are not for everybody. It's not for the weak and the timid and the shy. This world, in any commission world, is feast or famine. Like, you have to be out every day. And like Danny's saying, the reason why we implemented the 7x70 is because people didn't know what to do with their day. They would come in and they would open up administrative work, and then they would find themselves not prospecting, and they would have zero pipeline. And then because you're commission based, yeah, you got a deal paid today. Even if you're like for car sales, the nice thing about it is you're an inside salesperson, right? So people are walking through your door, they're walking into you, they're interested in your product. In our business, we're outbound salespeople, right? You have to make outbound calls to make inbound happen. So that's the difference in our business, right? You have to prospect to make things come in. But the advantage of being on commission is the bulk pay you can receive. But like Danny was saying earlier, yeah, you have to have a cushion, and man, you can eat up some savings really quick if things turn a different way. Like if your business gets hurt, or even if you get hurt as an individual. Like right now, I'm in some back pain, and it takes away from productivity, right? So
This is very hard for us to freely discuss it because I'm an entrepreneur, you're an entrepreneur, you're an entrepreneur. If we had someone that was basically 9 to 5, I think they may argue this argument until the cows come home because they don't want instability.
it's like putting money in a stock market, right? In a mutual fund. A mutual fund gradually, okay, gets you to the end result. Same thing with an hourly job or a salary job. It gets you there, and it's secure. That's what people like about it. It's secure. They go in, they do their job. They don't have to give full potential. They can just, get by. Some people really strive hard and push hard. Like I know there's individuals around me that are on salary. They work for a company and they give more than they should ever give. They give way too much. It's like, you're on a salary. Like, why are you working at 8 o'clock at night? Like, you get paid to 5. But they give the extra. I find that those people should be in commission worlds. Okay? Because they go over and above. They're doing more than they should.
Yeah, I know. I got family members, same thing.
Yeah. So those,
What is that?
so
Like they don't just do their
job,
8 to 5.
yeah, they're doing more.
You know, I'll call them at 8, 9 o'clock, and what are you doing on market? But
Yeah.
aren't you salaried?
Yeah. Those people should be in commission.
Didn't you go to work from 8 to 5 o'clock today?
So those people have really good attributes. They have really strong work ethics. Those people should be in commission. But the scarcity and the uncertainty of it is what phrase them away from that possibility. Like people, like I'll give you an example. I know somebody who's in a business. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to point anybody out, but they're in a business. If they took the same work ethic and started their own business in that sector, they would crush it.
Yep.
Absolutely crush
100%.
it. But because there's
Well, yes and no. Okay, maybe. Okay, just carry on.
Yeah.
Just carry on.
Okay, so I think they would absolutely crush it. But because the job is there for them, the materials are there for them, the business side of it is where it comes tricky, right? Like being business.
That's exactly where I was sort of
Yeah.
going to go. They might be the mechanic in
They-
the business.
Yeah,
but
they can work in the business, on the business. Sorry, in the business. I apologize, but working on the business is a very different thing. But
Yeah.
I believe you can learn that skill. But there's other people that they drag their feet, they show up late to work. It's 4:59 and they're already out the door. That's the person who should never be on commission.
Yeah.
And that actually leads me to this point right here. There is a very painstakingly high stress level in commission-based work, because now all of a sudden, what if you have a family at home and you know that that salary won't cut it? Do you think that you'll be able to deliver the commission that is necessary?
So I think that is one of the biggest issues here as a mortgage agent, especially for new agents coming into this business. We went through a couple times throughout the year where we brought in new agents. We're going to help train them and so on. And their biggest fear is, I'm not going to make a pay for 5 months. I have a family. I have kids. Yeah. You better have some backup.
Some fuck you money real quick.
Yeah.
You need it.
You're going to need it 100%. And we talk about this right when we sit down with any new agent coming into this business. As I was talked to when I was looking for a brokerage to run my mortgage business with.
Yeah, make sure that you've got some cash aside, or if you're living at home, you got to ask your family and say, listen, like I need your support for the 4 or 5 months. I might not be able to contribute to the shopping and the groceries. I might not be able to, I need your help to, pay for my insurance or gas. Like if you're a young person living at home with mom and dad, that's fine. Ask for some support. They'll give it to you. But if you don't ask for it and you just keep it to yourself, it's a hard start. But when you do get the momentum going and you do get that ball rolling and you know how to fill the pipeline, you know how to build that ball, man, oh man, is it lucrative. You can crush a year in 3 months.
Last question I have for you guys on this episode is, I think you're talking about dream stuff right now. And I'll tell you why. Most parents, most European parents, will absolutely never support your idea of take a pay cut, but you can earn more. What they're going to say is, get yourself a secure job, get yourself benefits, work your days, stay home with the family, go to the beach on Sunday. That's what they're going to tell you. So how are you going to combat that mentality waiting for you at home?
Okay, so first and foremost, you can't, again, I look at myself as a leader on our group, and I will tell you this much. I would never ask advice from anybody who hasn't done it. They're like crabs in a bucket. If my father was an entrepreneur, my father would be like, go out and do it. But when I told my mother and dad, that my mother and my father, like I was going to do this, it's like, okay, son, but be careful. Don't jump off the couch. You're going to get scratched. You're going to hurt yourself. That's the devil in disguise, man. That's crabs in a bucket. Those are crickets in the corner chirping at you. They're not going to understand the choices you make. Listen, guys, people around us right now that watch us do the things that we do, get up, go for a run in the morning at 5:30 in the morning, go take a cold shower. They critique us. They criticize us. They're like crabs in the bucket. No, don't be better than me. Don't do what I'm not doing. Don't become uncomfortable. Be comfortable with me on the couch and eat Cheetos. Okay, and they're going to pull you back in.
Crabs in the bucket.
Crabs in a bucket.
In the corner.
Yes.
Is there any more? I'm very interested about this now.
Yeah, crabs in a bucket. You ever see
crickets in the corner? But I need more. Like this is now interesting.
Because you see, people around us. There's a reason the 1% do what the 1% do. Okay, and in the commission-based world, you have to have that mindset and that mentality that you have to be different than everybody else. Because if you do what everybody else is doing, you're gonna end up just like fucking everybody else. You won't move. So you have to do what everybody else isn't doing. You have to be uncomfortable. You have to learn. You have to learn that being uncomfortable is comfortable. That's the difference. So when you go ask these people, like you're saying, mom and dads, they're gonna tell you what they did. Go get a job. Get a pension, go work for a big company, do your 40 hours, do your 25 years, and then you get to retire and you collect your pension. Yes. Okay, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's everything wrong with that.
Well, I mean,
Johnny, there's everything wrong with that. Where are you going to go, especially in this country like that?
I know, but
Danny, am I right or am I wrong?
You're
I
gonna
know,
get
but
a second job. You're gonna get.
I know, but I don't want to upset anybody right now.
No,
but
this is the truth.
The
Everybody
commission
says that they want more. How?
I know, but how are you going to ask how to be on commission to a salaried person or an hourly? You can't give me advice about being on commission. Bro, go talk to somebody who's an entrepreneur who's on commission and tell me what to do every day. That person's going to tell you, get up and don't listen to anybody else.
So you know what I would say? I would say this. If you're earning good commission, you got to go out and buy tequila.
Or listen, man, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you become an alcoholic. I'm just joking. You're going to start drinking some tequila.
listen,
To be honest, I think a salaried person might go on tequila a lot quicker than a commission person.
You know,
Just because they have more time. They have more time to themselves.
But
They
you
know at 5 o'clock they're done.
There's no stress.
Oh,
though.
here you go.
There's no stress.
Okay, ready for this? My father's employees, when they got their paycheck Friday, the first place they
by
went to
Monday.
was the beer store.
yeah.
Really?
2-3 cases for the weekend.
Okay. How
That's
about
what
this
they
though?
did
How many
every
friends do we? How many friends do we have that are on salary, and they're like, I wish I had done this something sooner. I always thought about opening up that burger joint or that whatever it might be that business, but they never do it because comfort is easy. It's an easy place to stay. It's a very easy place to stay.
They're very different, man.
It
It's
is
very
hard.
for
I-
us to compare ourselves with our parents because our parents came here with, honest to God, nothing. Hey guys, we have a little.
Yeah, and I give my mom, buddy. My mom worked in a chicken factory. Okay, her shift started at 2 a.m. and she finished at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. And, yeah, bro, and she worked in a freezer. So yeah, man, I give my mom props. She worked, and my dad worked at Ford. He was a rivet man, factory worker for 44 years. He has the longest tenure in Ford. Okay, 44 years. I can't even do 44 days. This guy did 44 years. That's like 2 life sentences. So, yeah, man, I give lots of props to my parents and our parents who immigrated here. They committed.
You know what I'm committing to? Tequila.
Yes.
I love tequila.
Yeah,
It's
so
got
this
a
is
message in a
Jose
bottle.
Cuervo.
What is this one?
Jose Cuervo.
Oh, I remember this one. Yeah.
Reserva della Familia. Extra añejo. Johnny, would you like to
Message in a bottle.
read the message?
It's got a message. Ooh, okay, so Reserva de la Familia. In 1795, King Carlos of Spain granted Jose Maria. Why you gotta make me read this? Like, I already have dyslexia. Jose Maria Gudupe Guavo.
Never mind the story. Never mind the story. But
The first license to
I'll tell you,
produce.
this is a extra añejo.
This is a mezcal.
Oh, Johnny's determined now.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm not reading this shit.
Anyways, this bottle here you can find it at the LCBO for about just over $200,
Uh-oh.
which means it's dropped big time on Johnny's list.
Yeah, that's 2 points down. I haven't tried this one yet.
Now, what do you guys say as far as presentation goes? Johnny, you know what? Let's start with you. You have the bottle in hand.
Yeah, I am going to give this presentation. I think this is absolutely beautiful. This is what a liquor bottle should look like, if you ask me.
That's like
It-
the old school,
yes.
like the 90s, early 90s. What was that?
Prohibition?
The Prohibition.
Yeah.
That's what the bottles used to look like.
Yeah.
Years.
I really want to try this. I've never tried it, so I can't give it a taste. But I'll tell you now, I know Johnny has a thing with price. But the fact that it's 30 years old is the reason why I would give it a $200 price tag. You can't give me the other one with the bell on it. That's not aged 30 years.
No, it is H2.
Okay, 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I have wine in my cantina that's 2 years
Hold on a
old.
second, Danny. This bottle has been aged 30 years.
Anywhere between 3 to 30.
Oh, that's a big difference.
Hold on. I said up to 30 years. You guys automatically took 30.
Do we
But
know?
it could be anywhere between 3 and 30, and I don't know. I don't know if it says anywhere on the.
So the price tag really hurts.
So what are we giving it, Johnny?
I don't have taste on it, so I'm gonna.
I don't have taste on it either.
Maybe.
Just doing some research.
This, I think we have to circle back on this one for me. But if I have to give it right now, without taste, it's an 8 out of 10.
Cool.
Without tasting it.
For appearance and obviously the history, I'm definitely at the 8-9.
Yeah. If now, I'll tell you this right now, and I'm going to put this on the record. If I like it, it'll be a 9 out of 10. And then if it blows me out of the if I find out this is 30 and it tastes good, it's a 10 out of 10.
You know what else we got to do? Danny, you got to look right here at this camera and tell them where they can find us.
Guys, you can find us on YouTube, on the Couch Podcast, on Spotify, also on the Couch Podcast, on Instagram at Your Nesta Financial, me at Danny, or Mortgages by Danny C on Instagram, and that's it.
See you next time, guys. Have a great day.